So, Thomas and Froome in first and second GC positions has not gone down particularly well with some in the French press. Team Sky were described as the snake with two heads by Libération, while L'Équipe said that when you wear the jersey of the British team, suspicion is as contagious as herpes. That seems rather unfair, given that Chris Froome has been cleared, Brad.
I think it's just ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, sports like that, you always get dominant force in sport, whether it's football, rugby, individuals, cricket. And, but obviously the French is a very nationalistic race, and, it's been 6 years now that Sky have been kind of dominating. So it's, they're getting cheesed off, aren't they? They want to see someone else. But I think Geraint is someone else, and he's refreshing in some respects. So, I mean, it just smells of sour grapes a bit, doesn't it, really?
And that intense desire that they want Romain Bardet to win.
There is that, yeah. But, at the end of the day, he's not really showed any sign of challenging them this year, has he? If anything, he's may have gone just a little bit back on last year. So,
Molly, why do you think French fans single out Sky?
I think it would have been whichever team became the dominant team, whichever nation became dominant. I think they want a French winner. They're desperate for it. It's a very nationalistic race, like you said. And I think it's one of those things of it's not specifically Team Sky or Froome or Geraint. If it had been another team, I'm sure it would be the same reception that it's not us. So that, it's not the French, so therefore it's the enemy kind of thing. And then you've had like Bernardino and people just stoke the fire, and it's just become this almost battle, which it didn't need to be, and it's getting a bit tiring now.
There's a history of that in the Tour. Merckx suffered it. Even Jacques Anquetil suffered it, and he was French. They wanted a different winner by the time he'd won his fifth, and they were so desperate for Poulidor to win. Someone different. So there is a history of that. Armstrong, of course, injuring. There's a history of someone becoming too dominant, and then people wanting a change.
So do you think they would accept the dominance if G went on and won?
We'll see. I don't know. I still don't think that'd probably be good enough for some of them, because it's still Sky, and this
it's
is Sky
reflected, isn't it? Yeah.
As the Death Star, and
Yeah.
it's.
So is Sky's dominance bad for the Tour?
It's what people make of it, isn't it? It's what people create. If they create this air that it is bad for the Tour, then it becomes that. It becomes factual. But I don't see it that way. I watch G win, and I find it refreshing, and I see this kid who's come through the British cycling system from a young age, who was junior world champion and Olympic champion on the track, and through his hard work and perseverance, he's now on the verge of winning the Tour de France. And I think that's brilliant and inspiring for kids at Maindy Park in Cardiff, where he grew up and started cycling, and inspiring for them. And I think I see it more like that, in the same way when Froome wins, there's kids in Africa and Kenya that want to get on bikes, and it's that's what it's all about. I don't see what they're going to do, sit up and go back and give it to Dumoulin. And I mean, that's what sport's all about. It's survival of the fittest, and so, and all the rubbish that goes with it, doping slurs and all that makes people feel better. The whole thing, makes people feel better about themselves, and gives them some sort of inner comfort that, they're cheating. And I think that's true of most things in life,
As British cycling fans, it's a real time to celebrate, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things of, I think, looking on every time there's a boring moment, it's because of the dominance of Team Sky. But I think you can't say that because you're not watching it without them, and actually they're lighting it up at the moment. I think if there wasn't that battle, it would probably be more dull, as there's more GC favourites have dropped away. There wouldn't be the Dumoulin tussle with them, and I think this is inspiring for the nation. And you can see now there's generations of young riders coming up, where before it's like a bit of a black hole of, there's like a one-off star, and then there wasn't that development coming through, but you can see it now across the board.
And you think it's this good, we call it, obviously great for Britain and that, but you think G is Welsh through and through, and he's from Cardiff, and you think what that would be doing for Wales now, and kids growing up in Cardiff or in the valleys or anywhere else, and it's like this, a Welshman is on the verge of winning the Tour de France, and that's going to be inspirational for hundreds of thousands of kids down in Wales.